Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking on a mission that is, I'd say, highly rewarding, but also incredibly tricky.
Oh, definitely tricky.
We're analyzing this massive surge of early feedback for a creative project. It's a film called Growing for Good.
And these sources, they're not just positive. They are overwhelmingly, almost intensely celebratory.
Right.
So the challenge for us and for you as a learner is to get past the general noise, the wow, just wow, the impeccable, the amazing.
Yes, and figure out why. Why is this project triggering such a powerful, immediate reaction?
Exactly. We need to really dissect the elements of the storytelling, the production that are just working so well.
And this isn't just film criticism, right? It's more a study in resonant communication.
I think so.
Our sources are just incredibly diverse. We've got feedback from entrepreneurs, an educator, a tech founder, even a chef, and a professional film director.
And when you see that kind of cross-disciplinary praise, you just know the message is hitting something universal.
Absolutely. David Lee called it powerful and awesome.
Yeah.
And that sort of general affirmation, I think that's our starting point for this deeper look.
If we look at this strategically, this film is acting as a connector.
A connector.
Yeah, it's bridging that gap between, say, high-level creative production on one hand and really grounded community impact on the other.
Ah, I see that.
The fact that a chef like Ed Porter is commenting right alongside a film director like Courtney Hawkins, that tells us the core theme is hitting all these different professional touch points at the same time.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's unpack the structure of this success, starting with that immediate, almost visceral response to its craft. When people first watch a film, they react to the polish, before they even get to the message. So what do the sources tell us about the pure production value of Growing for Good?
Well, the initial praise is very focused on the technical delivery.
Right?
We have Tristan Sutton, who's an entrepreneur, and he points out that it was informative and, importantly, shot and edited very well.
That combination is key. Clarity of message with high production value.
It's foundational. It doesn't let the viewer dismiss the subject as, amateur or niche.
And I think the most important piece of technical feedback, for me at least, came from Dayton, Israel, ESQ. He specifically praised the terrific cinematography.
And that's a big deal.
It is. When a layperson says, it looks good, that's nice. But when you get to critique that uses professional language, like terrific cinematography, it implies the visual language of the film is genuinely sophisticated.
It really raises an important question then.
Yeah,
Is this technical quality just like window dressing, or does it serve the mission?
that's the question.
And I think Tylese Brown, an educator, she answers that so clearly. She says, it's perfect, your vision is clear. Well done.
So the quality isn't just about making it pretty.
No, it's about making the vision legible, undeniable. The technical excellence gives credibility to the sincerity of the whole mission.
That makes perfect sense. The polish acts as a multiplier for the message.
Mhm.
So if the message is clear and the visuals are terrific, it just elevates how the whole project is perceived.
Right.
But we have to ask, is that technical achievement why someone like Ashley Yerby, a tech founder, is immediately thinking about distribution?
Well, partially. I mean, high technical standards signal that the creators respect the audience and the story enough to invest in it.
Okay.
But I'd argue the technical standard sets the floor, not the ceiling, for the film's appeal.
So where's the ceiling?
The ceiling is in that diversity of appeal we mentioned. It's not just film people who appreciate it, it's every single profession we surveyed. It
Yeah.
just confirms that the project achieved this universal level of professional polish that lets it transcend those industry lines.
So, okay, we have a project that is, by all accounts, technically immaculate. It's got a clear vision.
Mm.
But to move from that visual polish to what really hooks people,
Mm.
what drives those super enthusiastic, immediate responses,
Now we have to talk about the emotions.
we have to talk about the emotions. This film is clearly hitting people on a deeply personal level.
And this is where that high technical quality meets the raw human element. And you get that explosive reaction.
The feedback is just full of references to tears. I mean, actual, visible emotional overflow.
It's really something.
Makey McGriffin exclaims, "Woo! You got me in flipping tears, brother." And then Misty Ruffin, really early in the morning, comments, "Apollo got me crying and stuff too early in the morning."
That is not polite applause. That's genuine vulnerability.
Not at all. And the initial stakes are clearly massive, and the source of that emotion seems to be singular.
It's the person at the center. It's Apollo. The audience is bonding with his personal sacrifice, his journey, not just the concept of a farm.
And We can actually piece together the scaffolding of his core narrative just from the feedback.
Yeah, you can.
Tristan Sutton summarizes the central, bold action of the film. He says it includes the move to Oklahoma and starting the farm. That sounds like the inciting incident, doesn't it? A major life change.
And that move is the embodiment of risk. The film isn't about someone doing something easy. It's about a radical transition, starting something foundational from scratch.
Right.
And what ties that whole difficult journey together is the amazing testimony that wraps up the film.
The testimony.
Yeah, and this testimony is so powerful that it convinces a reviewer to state flat out, you definitely have a story to tell.
Okay, so why is the testimony the emotional anchor? In documentary filmmaking, is that raw, concluding personal statement more powerful than the polished narrative that came before it?
I think so, especially for this audience. The testimony, it functions as proof.
Proof of what?
Well, the rest of the film documents the move, the struggle, the work on the chemical-free soil. But the testimony is where Apollo connects the why, the emotional, the spiritual, the ethical conviction behind it all directly to you, the viewer.
So it validates the cost.
It completely validates the personal cost of the move, which makes the audience realize the high price of the project's success. It turns a successful endeavor into a profound lesson in resilience.
That reframing of struggle is key. McCabe-Griffin touched on this when they noted the newsline was just spot on. What does that tell us about the film's approach to framing this personal story?
It tells us the creator successfully connected Apollo's unique, intensely personal journey in Oklahoma to a universally recognized issue.
The newsline.
That newsline is the larger context: health disparities, economic inequality, food deserts, maybe environmental collapse, that makes the move to Spencer, Oklahoma feel like a necessary, almost heroic response to a national problem.
So he goes from being an individual farmer
To a pioneer addressing systemic issues.
Wow. So the film works because it takes this deeply emotional commitment of one person and frames it as a solution to a problem we all read about in the news.
Exactly.
The emotional power isn't manipulative, it's authentic because viewers are seeing a real answer enacted in real time.
Precisely. And that takes us directly into the specifics of where and how this is happening, moving past the emotional core to the tangible, practical details that elevate this project.
So now we shift to the material facts, the specific mission details that make this whole thing feel, I don't know, actionable, replicable. Where is the literal ground zero for this?
It's grounded in a specific, authentic place, Spencer, Oklahoma. And that specificity is a real strength.
Not some generic setting.
No. We even had one reviewer express genuine hometown pride, saying, "Wow, I love this is happening in my hometown, Spencer, Oklahoma. Good memories from garden growing."
That's amazing.
So this isn't some abstract plot of land. It's part of a known community identity.
Why is that hyper-localization so important for a story that people are predicting will go national? Isn't bigger always better?
No, not when you're building trust. Authenticity and impact are built locally. By rooting the story in Spencer, Oklahoma, they're showcasing a model that works in a specific American community. It makes the national goal feel attainable for other towns that see themselves reflected in that location. It's a proof of concept for community revitalization.
And the reviewers were very specific about the kind of agriculture being practiced, too.
Oh, very.
This is not generic farming. We hear about chemical-free soil producing golden goodness and greens cleaner than what's in the store.
And that detail is critical. It signifies intentional, value-driven agriculture. Chemical-free soil isn't just a growing method, it's a mission statement.
About what?
About health, sustainability, reclaiming traditional practices. It connects the venture directly to the wellness of the community, suggesting the product, those greens cleaner than what's in the store, is superior both ethically and physically.
So we've got the health mission. But the mission is explicitly stated as being broader than that. One reviewer encapsulated the whole philosophy with the phrase, "It's bigger than food."
That's it right there.
What does that mean in the context of Spencer, Oklahoma?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this is the strategic communication masterstroke. It signals that food production is the tool, not the final goal. The mission is bigger than food because it includes community development, mentorship, education. And this is confirmed by the specific, actionable community engagement we see in the feedback. Someone says, "I love that you are getting the HBCU students involved."
Okay, let's focus on that. The HBCU involvement. That detail transforms the farm from just a commercial enterprise into an educational and human capital project. What's the strategic takeaway there?
Well, the involvement of students from historically Black colleges and universities immediately elevates the project's purpose.
How so?
It's no longer just about clean food. It's about addressing intergenerational gaps in agricultural knowledge, promoting career opportunities and sustainable development, and investing in the future leaders of that community.
So it's a mechanism for scaling.
It's an instant, compelling narrative for national funders, for media outlets, for policymakers. It's a mechanism for scaling impact through education.
So if I'm synthesizing the mission right, the project uses the tangible, healthy, result chemical-free food in Spencer, Oklahoma, as the anchor for a much larger vision of educational upliftment and community self-reliance, all through engaging HBCU students.
You've got it. And that explains why it resonates so deeply across all these different professional sectors.
It creates this self-sustaining narrative engine.
That's a great way to put it. The quality of the food proves the farm's success, and the student involvement proves its commitment to the future. It's a perfect model of a mission-driven enterprise.
And once you have that perfectly framed local model, the conversation inevitably turns to what happens next.
Exactly. The local success story immediately inspires global, or at least national, ambition from the audience. They see the blueprint.
And they see it as ready for immediate scale. The tech founder, Ashley Yearby, she didn't hedge at all. She just asked, when is this going to be on Netflix? Because it's that good.
That's not a polite suggestion.
No, that's an immediate high-bar evaluation of the film's professional and commercial viability.
And that kind of feedback, it just validates the technical execution we discussed earlier. Netflix-level quality isn't just about the cinematography. It's about having a story with universal themes packaged for a massive audience.
Right, and Deaton Israel mirrored that forward-looking sentiment. He said he is excited to see where it goes and how it continues to build.
People are looking ahead.
But the most, I would say, prophetic prediction came from Misty Ruffin, the same person who was crying early in the morning.
Yeah.
They looked past the distribution deals and focused on the generational scope.
And what's fascinating here is how that specific local story is immediately projected onto a national future. Misty Ruffin confidently predicted that Apollo is igniting a spark that will transcend communities and generations.
This generational change, rooted in one man's move to Spencer, Oklahoma.
And the geographic scope is just as bold. The impact will be not just in Oklahoma, but across the country.
They even added the phrase, "Mark my words this day." That is a high degree of confidence.
A very high degree. So we have to ask, what did the film show them that triggered this prophetic belief? It wasn't just a successful farm.
What was it then?
It was the combination. The emotionally resonant personal sacrifice, that's Apollo's testimony, plus the strategic inclusion of future generations. The HBCU students tackling a universal problem, sustainable health.
That combination.
That combination makes the local story feel like the inevitable genesis of a national movement.
It sounds like Growing for Good proved that authenticity, when you pair it with technical mastery and a clear strategic vision for community upliftment, it just creates a narrative engine that people believe must succeed nationally.
That's it.
The reviewers aren't just complimenting the film, they're endorsing the future of the project it documents.
It transforms early feedback into investment enthusiasm, not just investment of capital, but an investment of belief. They see the Spencer, Oklahoma farm as a powerful, reproducible model for reclaiming community health and identity nationwide.
This has been a truly impressive deep dive into what makes a project resonate so immediately and so powerfully. To quickly summarize our key findings, Growing for Good chronicles Apollo's deeply personal journey.
A journey marked by that courageous move to start a farm in Spencer, Oklahoma.
Right. And its success hinges on technically excellent filmmaking. That terrific cinematography, married to this intense emotional resonance from Apollo's tear-inducing testimony.
And the thematic core is that strategic commitment to chemical-free, sustainable agriculture and community upliftment through the involvement of HBCU students, proving the mission is indeed bigger than food.
And this perfect combination has led to a universal prediction of national generational success.
An explosive debut, certainly, and a testament to truly powerful storytelling. Now, here's a final thought for you to consider. This film is predicted to achieve generational power based on a single local foundational commitment starting a farm and building community in Spencer, Oklahoma. Knowing that the HBCU involvement was a specific strategic element, do you think the true secret ingredient for unlocking national generational power in any grounded local story lies not in the product itself, but in the deliberate and genuine investment in educating and inspiring the generation that follows? What part of the story must always involve the future? Continue to trust God, you got this.